Here we go freaking again with this pain. I promise you guys, every time I don't do nothing, I start hurting. Why? So after Saturday and all the events that we done with the water and stuff like that, it's like I started having back pain at night, and I want to say it's either from chiropractor or the fact that we did so much, or I was texting Nisha because she's actually in the ER right now, and she said it could be from the heat, and I didn't know us warriors had complications from heat. So I know cold affects us, but not heat. Just back pain. It's about a 2 or 3 right now. I took some medicine, but I haven't eaten, so I'm about to eat a salad. So today's events was my new doctor had tested me for what type of sickle cell I have. I went to her office and I told her that I had SC, and she looked at my blood work from my previous doctor, my labs and stuff, and she immediately looked at it and said, "No, baby, you have SS. I'm looking at your blood work. You have SS." And she said, how were you told you had SC? And I said, this doctor looked at me in the ER at one point in time and asked me what sickle cell I had, and I told him I wasn't sure. Or either I asked him what sickle cell I had. You know how everything is at the ER, kind of blurry because you know, you're on pain medicine and stuff. But he looked at me and he said, "You have SC. You look like you have SC." So I've been told I had SC all my life. And then my mom also told me, she was told when I was younger that I had sickle cell SC. Well, I'm sorry about the informalness of this video. I wanted to sit down and have a talk with you guys about it, but I'm still gonna try my best to push through because I don't feel like getting everything set up. But she said, well, we'll find out. We'll do blood work and we'll get you tested, and we'll do an in-depth test of what sickle cell you have, because a lot of people, believe it or not, have sickle cell and don't even know it. Some people find out later on in life, after they had their first child or after they 40 and 50. I mean, it's amazing how many people don't know they have sickle cell. And then furthermore, they do a standard testing at the hospital when you're a baby now, but that's not the in-depth testing to test for sickle cell as thalassemia. You know what I'm saying? So they just give you a standard, oh, you have sickle cell test. And even my son, when he got his results from the trait, it didn't say what type of trait he had. He just had sickle cell trait. And so I went for my first blood test, and she drew blood, but my veins stopped giving blood, so she just figured she had enough. You know the vials that you get your blood drawn in? Well, she didn't even fill it up to half. My blood just stopped coming out of my vein, and instead of trying to get more or hooking me somewhere else, she said she had enough. So the initial test I showed you guys on here, it said I had sickle cell SS, sickle cell S thalassemia, and sickle cell SF, which I was really confused about because I never heard of sickle cell SF before, which ended up being sickle cell fetal hemoglobin, which is actually a good thing because a lot of people's fetal hemoglobin stops after birth, and that's what produces more oxygen in your red blood cells. So it's actually amazing that I have that, because if I have SS, it actually combats the SS and doesn't give me as many pain crises as I could possibly have. But for me to know I had 3 strains of sickle cell was weird to me because I've never heard of that. You get 1 strain from your mom and 1 from your dad. How is it possible for you to have 3 different strains unless one parent has full sickle cell? You know what I mean? Neither one of my parents have full sickle cell, and they don't complain about any pain or anything like that. She wanted to get me retested because it looked like they did like a finger prick stick. They didn't have enough blood. So we went back a week later and did another test, and she took about 3 or 4 vials, way more than she needed. But it was instructed for her to take 5 to 7 mLs of blood from me. But she took about 20, I feel like. But anyway, I should have eaten so I wouldn't have been lightheaded, but whatever. The test came back last Friday and said that I only have sickle cell SF, only. Not SC, not SS, not thalassemia, not any other type of sickle cell, but SF. Mind you, this is my new doctor. However, the person that works on her team is actually sending me to the health department to be tested for this sickle cell. Now, I'm not downing the health department because, you know, they have to do what they have to do in their, you know, the health department. They do things like this. And sickle cell testing at the health department here is free. I'm not sure if that's every case for every city and state, but getting tested for your sickle cell is completely free at the health department if you want to just go get your blood drawn and ask for a full in-depth sickle cell test. So when it came back SF only, I'm just as confused as a man on the moon looking for some damn cheese. Like, how can I only have SF? And if that's the case, it's not a bad thing, thank you God. If that's the only sickle cell that I have, why do I have pain daily? Why do I have pain all the time? Why is it that I have sickle cell SF, which is the version of sickle cell that I read is supposed to oxygenate your blood, yet I'm having sickle cell crises, at least ER visits once a month, sickle cell crises almost every day, mini crises, pain, I'm hurting, I can't have fun at the pool, I can't have fun in the heat, I can't have fun in the cold, I can't do anything as far as turning up because of the pain that I'm going to experience if I do this. I'm going to sit down with her on my next appointment, which is coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to find out what exactly is SF, number one, and did I get the S gene from one of my parents and the fetal hemoglobin gene for another one of my parents. I mean, how exactly does this work? It's just really confusing to me, and it makes me really sad because you see they're giving me this information like, there you go, there's the information, take it, there you find out what sickle cell you have, there you go. But for me to think I've had one type of sickle cell all my life, it was devastating to me to find out that I didn't. You treat different sickle cells differently. It was devastating news to me. It's like a blow. It's like being told you have breast cancer all your life and you really have lung cancer. I mean, come on now. For you to give me the information so casually, I felt like my world was turned upside down. So now to know that I don't even have the sickle cell I thought I had all my life. How do you treat sickle cell SF? Because it said really, hydroxyurea really can't do anything besides pump your fetal hemoglobin up more. So if mine's already high, there was a percentile of hemoglobin, and I'll repost the picture here. But there was a percentage that she showed me at the bottom of that paper. At the bottom of the paper she sent me with the only SF results, it said hemoglobin A2, 2.2 through 3.3%. And then it says hemoglobin F, and I think this is the less than sign, equals 1.2%. And I'm still confused. It says hemoglobin result, sickle cell SF, HbA2, HbF. What does this mean to me? I don't know this terminology. I've been Googling and searching, and everything is so science-based. The words are so, the words are really sciencey and words I've never heard of before. So it's hard for me to understand. So I'm definitely going to ask about this because it's really puzzling to me as to what sickle cell I have now. Even if I have sickle cell at all. I mean, I know for a fact that I have sickle cell, but baby, you can't tell me I don't have the kind I thought I had all my life and tell me I have a kind that's so good that I shouldn't experience any pain, and then tell me I have a sickle cell that's so good it should be pumping oxygen through all my blood cells. I shouldn't be experiencing any pain, but I am. And you guys, it's just taking a lot out of me to figure this thing out. And I'm not worried per se, but I'm very concerned, and I'm very lost now. You know what I mean? I felt lost before because I was the only one. I thought I was the only one with sickle cell, but now I feel even more lost because now I feel like I'm the only one with this kind of sickle cell. So, you guys, thank you for watching and hanging there with me, and I'll keep you guys updated as much as I can to let you know what's going on with my sickle cell type. And for those of you who want to get tested, please ask your doctor to test you for a full, if I can find the name of what it's called, I'll put it down here, but for a full sickle cell test, not standard. But I thank you guys so much for listening to me and going through this journey with me, and I will be sure to leave all the information below and answer any questions you guys have as to what's been going on. And if I find out what SF is more in detail, I'll let you guys know in layman's terms and not using all these scientific words. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Though I'm missing